Chupacabra build number 7. Got the dash starting to go together. The other side is in. There's a bar that goes to the under the glove box. This bar comes across the front. Most of what we're going to talk about is over on the driver's side and the pedal side. This piece right here. Again, this folds up. The steering wheel goes through here. This supports the dash gauge cluster. Don't want to fold that until I get adhesive in, but I can show you what I want to show you. This goes in these slots right here like this. Comes to this bar like this. Again, that's not just perfectly lined up, but doesn't need to be for this. I'll put some clamps on it here to just hold it in place so it doesn't crash down on us while we're doing all this. That goes in there like so. This is the seat track that came with the seats for this thing. These brackets right here go down like so, tilt up like this, and that's how the seat goes in. These slide. Handle on one end. This rod hooks in here, comes across, catches this one. When you pull the handle, it releases both the claws here. And the seat goes forward and back. When you have 37 inches of headroom, this is not acceptable. Even this, the 1.25 inches, is not acceptable. That's too much headspace wasted. So, what I've done in the past on the Countach replicas is I've taken my seat tracks and I'm mounting my pedals on them so that the pedals move, the seat's stationary, the seat comes down another 1.25 inches. To do that, you grind these rivets off of these pieces right here, which I have done on this piece here. Drill the holes out a little bit. Your bolts go in. These holes right here have got rev nuts in them. And these screw into the rib nuts. Something like that. This handle is going to be shortened. What happens here is you reach up under the dash, grab a couple of handles right here, and you have about 6 inches of pedal travel instead of moving the seat. The other handle, you use both handle tracks from both seats and throw this track away. But I'm going to put this piece over here. I'm not going to put the other piece on because I haven't ground it, prepared for anything. I'm going to use this right here just as a kind of a spacer. Willwood pedal assembly, hydraulic clutch, dual master cylinder. Pedals are going to go in something like this right here. Elevator bolts, which are totally flat on the head. Weld onto this piece right here, like this, and you pull these handles, the pedals move about 6 inches backwards and forwards. The brake line comes through here like so, kind of does this right here, and that's your flexing that. There's another assembly that comes over here that catches the brake, the gas pedal, and the gas pedal cable is a very similar deal here. Loops here, and it just gets a bigger or smaller loop. It's kind of tough getting all the geometry absolutely right, but like I said before, I've used this on other builds and I copied that geometry. So if I did all this right, steering column is going to go in here like so. Go through the hole in the firewall like so. Okay. Muffler clamp goes here. This is not the right size muffler clamp. I don't have the right one yet. But the muffler clamp goes on here. Clamps it down there. Those slots right there. It comes through, bolts in. Holds the steering column down. The pedals are what's called reverse swing on this. In other words, the master cylinders are behind it. Two issues here. First of all, if it was a conventional master cylinder and went through the firewall, you couldn't move the pedals to do it this way. But another thing I've encountered again on the Countach replicas, with the master cylinders here and the hood sloping way down, the master cylinders are up under the cowl, and you can't go up and over to fill the master cylinders. You can't lower the master cylinders because they've got to be up here for fluid to flow downhill for the brakes to work. This solves all those problems. The instrument pod here is hinged with the exact same mechanism as the glove box, and to fill the reservoirs, you raise that up and you can access the reservoirs. But this reverse swing, I have found to work a whole lot better. You see your pedals here. You got a good foot box room here. Goes over here and rivets up to that. Again, all of this is geometry that I've pretty well used before. Once that steering column comes through the firewall, you got a double D, double U joint. This is a double U joint. It swivels twice, and this is a double D design. It's a round with two flats on either side. U joint goes like so. Comes down kind of at about that angle right there. There's a plate that goes into this slot right here, comes out. Rodding goes here. Anytime you have a double joint like that, it must be supported in the middle with the rodding. If it's only a single U joint, you don't have to do this. But this plate right here comes out, U joint goes in like so. That goes something like that. Shaft comes down here to the rack and pinion. And that looks something like that. This is also double D shaft, which is typical steering column stuff. This is an oversized rod end. It's a few thousandths too big. It is made that way. It is made for this specific application. So you don't have to beat a rod end onto your double D shaft to get it hooked up here. I think that's it. Oh, one last thing. I also figured out that my jig table makes an excellent place to hold my M&Ms. That's it for today.